Thank you.
And Gareth Hughes.
Kia ora, Mr Speaker. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou kia ora. In this general debate, I want to speak directly to young New Zealanders. Day in and day out, you're being told by your parents, teachers and society how to act, and I wanted to share some good life advice that I've picked up serving a while in this Parliament. It's all pretty simple, common sense stuff. If you're having a disagreement with someone, don't secretly record them on audio tape. That's just creepy and illegal. On the other hand, if someone tells you they're secretly recording people, but they're saying something different in public, you really should speak up. If you don't like someone, don't slag them off on a friend's blog and pretend it's not you. That's just cyberbullying. If you're having an argument with someone about an issue, it's best to debate the facts, not attack the person. Revealing intimate private data about that person isn't winning an argument, that's just being stink. Here's some good advice that's just come out. Friends don't spy on friends, even if they really, really want that flash new overseas job, because that's just grosser. If you think you've disappointed someone that you have a professional relationship with, a sheep farm in the desert isn't the best or the cheapest way to make amends. Try flowers of chocolate. If you've made a mess, clean it up. Don't just change the definition of mess and call it clean. You're not fooling anyone. If there's a crisis, don't panic.
Order.
But also...
Order. Point of order. The Honourable Maggie Barry.
Mr Speaker, I understood it was a convention that you were not brought into these sort of calls and that debate should not be read word for word from a script as if the man was a comic genius, which clearly he is not.
Order. The issue of bringing the Speaker into the debate, the Speaker should not be brought into the debate, but that is a matter for the Speaker to determine, and it's not something that should be raised by any member in this House. It's a robust debate at all times. The member's not crossing any lines, and he can certainly continue with his speech.
That's right, Ms Barry. Thank you very much. For example, it's amazing how many good tips I've seen in just the last few months, Ms Barry. For example, if you're in a position of power and you have the ability to fund projects people are passionate about, don't threaten to pull the plug if they disagree with you. That's bullying. If you've got access to an Official Information Act and the law says it should be released, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to guess what it means if you don't. If you ever find yourself in an important meeting staring out the window, daydreaming about maybe being on a boat in the harbour, try and keep it for yourself. You wouldn't want to tweet that to the rest of the world. Watching National Party Prime Ministers has been another really good source for advice. For example, if you're new and you're worried that people might not like you, putting spaghetti on pizza or making weird videos will not make people like you. It's okay to have a brain fade, it happens to everyone. But if you're always having them and only having them on tricky issues, you might want to ask yourself, should I see a doctor or is something else going on? And lastly, one other piece of advice I've picked up watching National for 9 years is there's no such thing as a free lunch, especially if you're poor, hungry and don't have lunch. Maybe if you're in oil company. The moral of the story is, if you want advice on living a good life, don't follow National's example on running a good country. Secret recordings, hush money, funding threats, ministerial bullying, dirty politics, Official Information Act abuse, releasing people's private data. This is all on top of growing pollution, poverty, homelessness, inequality. They say familiarity breeds contempt, and after 9 years, that's exactly what I have for the ethics of this government. For 9 years, we've seen a steady erosion of standards. Our rivers are dirtier, and so is our politics. For 9 long years, we've seen lying, yelling, spreading rumours, bullying, keeping secrets, and name-calling. We would not tolerate these behaviours in our children, but we've come to expect it from the party and government. But Kiwis do care. They know that politics can be done differently. The Green Party knows the values we install in our children are the values we should be using to run our country. Fairness, respect, responsibility. If someone makes a mess, they should clean it up. We face so many big challenges as a country, and it's going to take growing-up politics to address it. The Green Party knows politics can be done differently. It's time to clean up the government.
Dr. Parmjit Palmer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a pleasure.